Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we have a Bolivar Heights Camp Public match for you. You're seeing an overview of that map right now. Thank you to our Patreon members for the support. If you'd like to support, go to the link in the description and get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment on the bottom of our videos and get raw gameplay footage of everything we cover with no commentary and UI. But besides that, let's get into the match. It's a beautiful camp here. Server size is about 160 right now. In balance initially is 6 in favor of CSA. Artillery numbers though, Union has 5. The Confederates have 6. So really it's a 5-man imbalance. But look how many unenlisted players there are, which do count towards these totals on the top of the screen. So do spectating players, but they don't count in terms of balance. So Union's down by 5, 10, 15 guys right now. 10, 15 guys right now, really. Which is never good. Never good indeed. You'll get people, and I do this sometimes myself as well, but where they will wait until they can play on the side that they want to. And whether that be a good or bad thing, you can decide. But that can be a result. So anyways, the CSA strategy is simple. You push up the left side, push through the camp, hit the Union hard, and then eventually go to cap point. It's pretty simple. Union's playing a pretty aggressive route. Officers here, you got Common Ironheart, Fletcher, Waluigi, Veppel, and Skitterbait for the CSA. And then Union, you got Stonewall Mickey, Paulie, Walnuts, Gularati, Sigmar, K-Destroy, and Sheems. I tried to say that guy's name fastly, and I butchered. And we have a little bit more time. Why do you pronounce this? Gualtieri. Yeah, I tried my best. So, Union's playing a little more of a aggressive positioning here, just because there's not a whole lot of good defensive spots here. You have the caissons here, however, it's not a whole lot of cover, right? CSA can just run up. They'll have cover with the tents and also just the caissons they have on their side. You can see CSA is already gunning it in this direction right now.
Well, they're here. They're coming. They're charging. They're charging, boys. Get ready.
CSA is slowly trickling their way out. I mean, if they just spearhead out through here, it can be devastating. And it looks like they're starting to move over there right now. Union shifting off the berm a little bit. Some of those guys are. They're starting to hit the right side as CSA moves in right away, which is what you need to see with the aggression from both sides. And obviously with the CSA having the numbers in balance to start off here, that's really going to be helping them out here. But Union's very spread out in terms of a defensive position. It's a very hard defensive map for Union. And the Confederates are just kind of bulldozing them right now. Let me see if I can... I see I can't even spawn CSA, so that little pop-up there that you just saw for artillery's been overrun. That's going to show up every once in a while. But look at the tickets already. Not even 5 minutes into the fight. Union's halfway through their first morale stage, first of 5. And not even the whole CSA's engaged. You got a lot sitting back, spawning in. So... this is just going as it should for CSA. And Union has 3 down flags right now, so they're not going to be able to respawn those guys back up to the fight easily. Union spawn, for context, is all the way over there. You can see them starting to trickle out of the spawn. And the point's all the way up here. It's pretty far away. So we'll see what the CSA does in this position. Will they cap? Will they sit back? Who knows? But right now they're kind of swarming on point. What is that artillery shot? CSA artillery located on the bottom of the hill. It's really crappy. It's just hard shots. You do see sometimes the CSA artillerymen will run up and take over these guns, which is always a possibility. You got a couple Union rambles out and about, but wow, CSA has already taken the point of contention within the first couple minutes of the match here, which you don't see a whole lot. The artillery ramrods just sitting up there.
We get this cannon.
So Union team starting to make their way up right now.
Actually, they're doing us a favor right now by capping. Actually.
I don't disagree. Now that the CSA caps the point, Union's going to have a advantage, or an opportunity rather, to regain some tickets. Now, that's the only concern with CSA capping like this. However, the thing is, Union's going to have to kind of charge at a decent defensive position, and everyone's going to be losing tickets. So we'll see how Union handles the counterattack. If they're even going to regain any, is the CSA going to move up and assist the defense? It looks like they're just crowding around the flag. What are they? They're just... I assume they were vibing the music. It just stopped a moment ago. Some of them starting to trickle their way up as the Union spawns make their way back to the fighting here.
But don't push up further than... Don't push up further than this line. We have good cover here. Peek out, take your shots, then run back to the tent. Remember, 2 tents.
So K-Destroy is having his guys pop out, take shots, and run back. I don't like that. I get why you're doing it to get cover, but when you run out and you'll have a split second to kind of figure out where you're aiming, you're going to spend a while aiming, just trying to make sure you hit your shot. And while you stand exposed in the open, the enemy who's not doing the same thing as you, they're holding in these nice entrenched spots, are just going to line up nicely on you. Really, what they should be doing is charging. They need to charge as a team. The goal for the defenders is very simple. Knock your opponent, or rather, knock your opponent the final push, that's for sure, but you're trying to keep that black timer going. And as you can see, the black timer is not ticking down right now. And so the Union has to charge to take this point back. You can see how organized the Union team is right now. They're so together. They're so congealed. They're working as one big unit. I'm absolutely kidding, by the way. As Union pushes out to the point. Again, I like it. But the criticism is they're so spread out. Union just looks like a discombobulated mess. Contrary to the CSA, you got Vepo and Waluigi's having their 2 companies run behind this whole Union team.
Kill some ballots. Kill some ballots. Come on, guys. Kill all the Swifties. Kill all the Swifties.
And they are
Kill the Swifties. Hurry up.
destroying them.
Is that friendlies?
The Union tickets are just dropping. And, let's just look at the balance. It's a 8-man imbalance right now in favor of CSA. Union still having guys spawn in artillery. For what purpose? I don't know. Because they can spawn at infantry main, but they can also spawn on the guns. What you see these guys doing here, they're not helping their team. If they could pick up flags, that would be very helpful, but they can't do that as artillerymen. At least I don't think they can. They're definitely not doing it, so... CSA hit engaged. Union's halfway through engaged. This is just abysmal. This is just going to be a very unfortunate time for the Union team. The odds we see reorganization from the Union's pretty low. And again, imbalance is... It's honestly not even that bad. It's what? You have 9 guys on Union artillery, 6 on Confederate artillery. That's 3-man imbalance in favor of CSA. It's a 7-man infantry imbalance. And for what? A 185-man server is not significant enough to warrant a imbalance issue.
Let's just wait for our flags. We need to
Wait,
wait for
yeah.
our
Flags
flags.
already despawned. We need some private or some
Yeah,
NCO.
alright. I
Yeah,
need someone
so
from Company A.
come
to
back as flags.
spawn on a flag. Come back as flags. What we're gonna do, okay?
Guys,
I'm
why the
gonna
fuck
take
is
my
everyone
company.
leaving? Look,
I don't
we have
know.
half the team just going on their own.
Cause they're fucking sheep, bro. They're all following Sigmar.
We can't win without them. That's just like half the team.
You
Fine,
guys
alright.
gotta
I think all of us should combine. I think all of us should combine.
That's what we're doing. We just need flags. We're waiting for flags.
Yeah, alright, that's
Okay,
one
so
flag.
fire
So
company-
I need
So yeah, those Union flags we saw up top, after 5 or so minutes they despawn. And it looks like they all have, so... You got Sigmar up here. He's keeping up aggression, but they don't have a flag up here, so all these guys that are dying are going to spawn back at main. And we'll see how long it takes for the Union guys at main before they get fed up with waiting around and going in. Because obviously they don't know what's going on up here. They're just getting slaughtered up here. I mean, Bolivar Heights camp is hard for Union, but the Union's not doing themselves any favor. It's what you traditionally see with the imbalance as well, is it's always generally favored to the CSA side, even if it's by a few guys. So is the Union moving out of main? I mean, it looks like they are. I mean, you got a good chunk of guys here who are going up the hill right now, whereas the rest of the officers are going right. So maybe they talked about something a moment ago that I don't know, but the Union's about to take in losses. Again, during this counterattack phase, there's only two things that matters. Where are the CSA tickets at? Or the team taking the point, or sorry, where's the CSA tickets at? The team that has control of the point. Those tickets matter. And also the only time that Union tickets matter, or the team trying to retake the point, is when they hit their final stage. Because Union is now considered the attacking team. They're trying to retake the point, right? They are counter-attacking. So they can hit final push, which is the traditional last morale stage of the attacking team.
Well,
but since they're now the attackers, they can hit final push. Similarly with the Confederates here, they were the attackers, but now they're defending the point since they took it, so they're considered defenders, and they can go down to last stand. But if Union hits final push, that gold timer is going to drop to probably a couple minutes, and then once that gold timer hits 0, now the game will be over. So Union's trying to go the long way around, and I can appreciate the attempt to go the long way around. You know, it's hard for Union to hit this area here because you can really only attack the CSA from 3 kind of lines here. 1, 2, 3. And the CSA is focused all in that direction. So you have some CSA, they're starting to see the Union. Comet and Veppel 100% see what's going on this side here. And I like this approach from Union. I think it's trying something, especially when things are going so wrong. You know, if the CSA can break through you so easily, why not go in the direction that they did? I don't think it's going to work just because they're outnumbered in terms of manpower. Also, you have a fair amount of Union guys over there, and also these artillery guys.
I'm going to finish slamming them with canister, and I'm going to start lighting them up with pistol.
See, and the unfortunate thing, too, is the artillery guys think they might be doing some damage by spawning in back here, you know, hitting the CSA with shots, but one, most of these CSA guys are probably in formation, so you're not going to kill a whole lot of tickets. 2, you're probably not going to kill a lot of guys. And 3, the few guys you do kill, they're just going to respawn in right away. Really what they should do is wait for infantry to arrive, they should fire, and then infantry needs to slam into that. Artillery needs to be in support of infantry. It can't act on its own. It has never really been effective when it's been working by itself. The few times you see artillery be really successful is when it hits the enemy infantry and then friendly infantry charges in. Unfortunately, and this is partly obvious as well, is it's not like the infantry and artillery can really communicate, especially in pub matches, right? They might be able to communicate through the text chat that is in game, but infantry officers don't really do that. Infantry officers really only coordinate with infantry officers, and artillery officers might not look at the text chat because generally artillery is all clumped up. But also, this map is really bad for Union artillery, so there might not be a whole point to communicating with them in the first place. So, Oil and the Union are still scattered out.
Let's go, boys, move up.
So Union's starting to inch their way up right now. They're keeping their flags back, making sure all the guys who died respawn. You do have some CSA starting to trickle down Union artillery. And Union's doing exactly what they can't do here. When they're outnumbered, you can't be splitting up like this. I mean, they're already split up as is. You can just see how many Union guys are just out and about on their own. And the CSA team is basically in one big blob.
Fight together, boys. Fight
They're
together.
between the tents. They're between the tents.
So Union's starting to make some type of effort here on the point.
Incoming, they're charging,
And look how fast that fizzled out, way quicker than what I thought it would have. But am I really surprised? Not really.
White run away.
Did we get wiped?
No, there's still our boys that are up there, but I think I see enemy colors.
I mean, this
yeah,
is
like you can see enemy colors.
hey, and that's the thing too, is that, you know, what's the server pop? Almost 200 now. I mean, this is just abysmal. And I mean, you just get this sometimes with War of Rights public matches.
All you boys, let's go.
Infantry on point.
And I want to show you all of it. The good, the bad, you know. Wouldn't want to only spectate the best of the best matches. Sure, it makes great content. But
No, we have good cover.
might give a somewhat slanted view of the game. So, and obviously, CSA is countercharging here, but watching the footage of bad gameplay can help people learn. So, CSA starting to countercharge here. Looks like Fletcher, his guys are going in right now. It's not really going to work just because they're outnumbered and Union has 4 flags here. Remember, they can spawn a guy in every 5 seconds, so they're just bang, 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 bang. Guys are coming back in really quickly.
We need to fuck preserve. Say, there's a one red and one charging to our southeast south. Kill that man. He's killing our brothers.
And so,
Here to come.
I mean, Union's just going in here. They're dying out of line. That's the thing as a pub officer, and in the few times I've looked at the Union side, the officers are not really coming off with an authoritative voice. That's why I don't really officer a whole lot per se. Obviously, I'm spectating and filming content, but if I do play pubs, you gotta yell to be an officer. I think you gotta be loud. Gotta make people pay attention to you. And there's a lot of people in the game that can do it. A lot of them are in the regimental sphere, but in terms of pubs, there's definitely more on the CSA side, which definitely leans into the fact that they have a imbalance in their favor. Because it's just abysmal. So, Union's halfway through breaking. Confederates have taken losses. 7 minutes, 40 seconds left. Some more CSA countercharging. And so, this, I mean, there's really not much more to say. CSA did exactly what they need to do. I don't know if what I would say the CSA is doing is necessarily impressive, just because of how poor the Union has played here. You know, it's like, you watch a sports match and you see 2 teams play. One of them does atrocious, and you can't really praise the other team, because it's like, that one team was really bad, but Union, this is probably the most organized we've seen them the whole game.
Spread out. There you
go. Union had High Street before this too, which they just got blown out in as well. High Street's just very CSA bias. And if Union lose that map, they lose it bad. It's never a close gig, so... we might see Union hit final push within the next minute or two. We'll see the gold timer drop a couple minutes, I'd say, but... But this, again, this is probably the most organized Union's been the whole game. So, it's nice to see that at least happen. It's unfortunate that it happens at this point of the game. And Union spreading apart again. But they're all charging together, so...
Stop them. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats.
It's wrong.
You heard it here. Bolivar Heights Camp, Harper's Ferry. It's happening here. So, some CSA countercharging. By some, I mean like 5, not a whole lot. We're about to see, I think, the first actual charge of the game by Unified Force. Union's going to hit final push. You see that the timer, the gold clock, had dropped down a few minutes here. Down to 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Union's trickling in. My left ear right now is being absolutely destroyed by the sound pads. Rest in peace, the ear. Union flags rolling up. Union making some ground, but it isn't significant yet. Flags staying close in, so Union has a shot at this. What's actually fascinating, if the Union play this well enough, they could hit CSA down the last stand, cap, and win, which they don't deserve it, but I think it'd be very funny if that happened.
Well, we're final push.
So there's still some fighting there. You can see that message pop up. It's like, Union's retaking the artillery with a whopping 4 or 5 guys. So we'll see if CSA tries to countercharge this out at some point. It looks like some of their guys are starting to move over here right now. Only some, though. I mean, Union's putting up a consistent effort. Obviously, similar to the CSA side. Look, oh my goodness, what is going on in here? What the heck? Jeez Louise. What? They're having a little too much fun for this. And Union making some headway, actually, despite what we've seen. Once those got... Union could win this. Union's got to hit CSA in the last stand here and cap and win. That's the only way Union's going to win this. They have... I don't think they're going to be able to do it just because they might not realize that, oh, we can hit the enemy in the last stand.
Get up there and make a spear wall. Spear wall. Get your bail on and get up there, infantry. Let's go. A lot of standing around.
CSA are break. Yeah, they're not going to be able to hit CSA in the last stand. The only way is if they force an overtime. 1 CSA flag down right now. No way the Tiki Hut is going to cause the CSA to lose this. I mean, that's a little rave in there.
Don't stop forming lines and charge, officer.
They're starting to charge. If Union has more guys on the clock at 0, they'll win. But, jeez. That might have just been a team kill. Union's playing this so seriously, and the CSA's just falling. And 45 seconds left. CSA's starting to go down ticket 2. They're still alive and in that tent. They're losing this point. And Union might retake the point. I hope CSA hits last stand. I would think very comical. Union's beating everything but the oh my. No way Union wins this map. They're starting to retake the point. And the thing is, the CSA guys are stuck in there, basically. And, oh, no way. Union's going to retake the point. Jeez, Moise, they're going to retake the point. It's going to hit overtime. No shot. No. This is not supposed to happen like this. What is this? So... if CS is not going to hit last stand, but they're going to be a middle breaking, which Union's going to go up to, which gives the Union an opportunity to push the CSA in the final push, especially if CSA won't have any more of their flags. Oh my, no! No way this happened. No way. Union just retook the point. Are you kidding? Wow. What a win from Union here. What a win to retake the point. And now CSA don't have their flags, which is going to be devastating, because if they hit final push and they die, they're not going to be able to respawn. If CSA plays the smart, they should just sit back, wait for the flags to despawn, and then push up the hill again. But
the fucking Union took our TP! No!
We'll see what they do with. I mean, they're still raving despite the result. I can respect it. So this is going to be big. Union has an opportunity to win the game, which, if you had told me that 10 minutes ago, I would have called you crazy.
Alright,
Hey guys, listen up.
Let's see what they do.
Nobody fucking peek. Everyone stay behind the tents. We are not pushing forward.
I like it. Now the biggest kill for Union is going to be these artillery guys. Because what are you doing? There's a CSA guy here. What?
Oh, hey, we got. I don't know. Somewhere near the point, they were talking about the sex TV. Rebels near you.
Anyways, I don't know what they were saying, but these Union artillery guys are going to drop the Union tickets. You can't be rambling at this point in the game. Like James here, if he doesn't get, it's the margins are slim, and Union's gonna have to win this charge. Oh, don't want to show the intro again. The numbers are 6 in favor of CSA initially. Union still has 9 guys on artillery, so infantry in balance is about 10, which, I mean, these guys for CSA, you can't be doing that. Every ticket matters at this point.
No! I didn't kill him.
Well, and I appreciate that Union. Oh my, no way. I mean, if Union wins this, they definitely earned it. I mean, okay, this is just not smart. Union's got to stay organized. CSA is just going to charge in right away at them. I doubt they're going to spread out and shoot. I mean, they might. They have plenty of time, and they could do it. Can they win the shootout, though? It looks like, though, they're not doing that just because their flags are down. So those Union guys sitting over here, that's just another, like, 10 guys that the Union don't have in a melee. Union have a chance here. It depends on when they hit final push last stand. It's really going to be more of when does Union hit last stand. Left. And see, remember, CSA doesn't have flags right now. And, you know, I thought I saw the greatest comeback ever in Conquest the other night, but it might be in Skirmish. You see the Union on the right side. They've fallen back in with their men. Union's holding the line. Union winning. See, Union hit last stand, but CSA is going to hit final push any second now. And Union's got to hit CSA in the final push. Their tickets don't matter anymore once they die. Yeah, there they go. 3.5 minutes. So all the CSA guys got there. They've got a bust. Union might win this game. They don't have a lot of numbers. And as long as, yeah, I mean, CSA still don't have their flags up, so their guys are just going to be gunning it. I think CSA is going to win this, which is unfortunate. But I can give props to these Union officers for what they were able to do. I don't think they would have taken the point if CSA defended a little more seriously, but, I mean, Union took a long time to get ready, so I don't necessarily blame the CSA guys for doing what they did. But, I mean, maybe we'll see. CSA is going to be coming up very trickled. It's going to take them a minute and a half to get up there. And it looks like, looks like they got bayonets and reloads that are now starting to go. So I think CSA is going to have plenty of time here. Actually, Union respawn waves getting up here right now. Union artillery's on the far side, going to take shots. 2.5 minutes.
That's the only way to win it. I told them many times, come to the left. Nobody listening.
So, I'm actually, this has been a good public match, you know. The first half had us in terms of if it was going to be a good one, but they had us in the first half, but Union pulled together. CSA starting to make their way. They're very spread out. Artillery getting a shot. Whoever's saying that, you're a smart man. He was saying, don't let him pick up the flags, and you can't. You can't. 2 minutes left. CSA really trickling in. That one of those flags have despawned, so they're bringing it up right now. I think CSA is still going to win this, but we'll see. They got plenty of time on that clock. Artillery is almost going to hit their friendlies because the infantry charged out there. So, I mean, there's maybe, what, 30 guys left on Union right now. And here comes the CSA team. I mean, CSA's got a full other wave that's going to collapse in here, most likely picking up flags along the way. This is just going to be a difficult chance here. I can't believe CSA almost threw this game, though. Legitimately, they almost threw the game. Good artillery shot from Union. And here they come. 1 minute left. And Union's not holding in a bad spot, but they're very clumped up. CSA overwhelming Union in terms of numbers on point. And I think this is unfortunately the end of the round here. Union artillery hitting short. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I can't believe the CSA almost threw that game. This turned into a good public match. This is kind of neat though, because despite how bad the Union was doing for the beginning 80% of the game, they were able to, as a team, come back together and almost win the game. I wish there's like a percentage graph that you could see at the end of the match for like percentage chance of team winning. Like when Union retook that point, they probably jumped up to like a 40-45% chance. But what is that yell? Anyways, this was fun to watch. This was good. Don't get to see Bolivar Heights camp a whole lot in pubs, I don't think, anyways. But it was enjoyable. Almost wish Union won that game, but hey, you know, CSA doing what they have to do to win. And frankly, a win's a win. It doesn't matter how you do it. A win is a win. You get out and survive the next round. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you enjoyed, we have our Discord and merch in the description. We also have a Patreon where we live stream all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment on the bottom of our videos and get raw gameplay footage of everything we cover with no commentary and UI. But besides all that, I hope you all enjoyed, and we will see you in the next one. Have a wonderful rest of your night.